Hi, my name is Brian with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.
Alright, we have a Samsung refrigerator here. It's a French door model with the freezer on the bottom, and the complaint is that it won't run, it won't turn on, and you can hear a clicking noise. So if we open up the door here, the first thing that we noticed is our display at the top here. It blinks on and off, and it corresponds with the clicking that we can hear coming from the back, and I believe that's coming from the control board in the back of the unit. So it's just clicking on and off, sending power, and then shutting off to our display up here. So that 88, it just illuminates everything just like it would when you first plug in the unit or first restore power to it, and then it cuts off, so it's just cutting back on and off. No lights or anything inside of the unit. So what we're going to do is check to see if that clicking is coming from our board, and find out if where that clicking is actually coming from. So the tools needed for this repair are a Phillips screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. Alright, so if we come, we're at the back of the refrigerator here. The bottom, the back panel to the compressor compartment has already been removed. Just some screws around the outer edge that you have to take off to remove that. And what we found is that we're hearing the clicking from inside this white box, and what that is inside there is our main control board that controls the whole unit. It's just a relay clicking on, clicking off, and that's why our display in the front there was doing what it's doing. The fan and the compressor back here, nothing's running or working. So the first thing to try when we have a control board issue like this is we're going to unplug the unit from the wall, and we're going to go ahead and wait 5 minutes to drain all the power out of the board and basically reset it. And in some cases that will take care of the issue. The control boards are a lot like a computer board, circuit board that's in a computer. They get glitches just like a computer would, and they can do strange things. So by resetting them or unplugging them, we can try and remove the glitch from the system. Another way you can reset the unit rather than letting it sit for an extended period of time to drain the power out is if you take your terminals here of the power cord and basically connect all three of these together using a piece of metal like the back of the cabinet here. You're basically draining the power, draining the capacitance of the board, or the remaining electricity throughout the board in the system here, removing it from the system there. So you can do that to reset it as well. I would also wait at least a couple minutes with doing this as well. And what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and plug it back in and see what happens. And it's still clicking. So our next step would be to unplug it again. We want to check all the connections on our control board. So to remove our control board, what we're going to do is first we're going to unplug it, and next we're going to go ahead and remove our strain relief from our power cord here to get it out of the way. And there's 2 screws that hold the control board in place. Our water inlet valve is also attached to this and will come out along with it. There's some cords to move out of the way as you're pulling it out. Alright, and our water line here, we're going to have to give it some slack as we're pulling it out. Alright, and then to gain access inside here to the control board, what we're going to do is release the tabs around the outer edge there to release the cover to it. You can use a flathead screwdriver to get in between there and release it. Alright, so now we have access to the inside of our control board. Here, a couple things we can check. There's going to be a removable fuse here that we can do a continuity check on with our multimeter, and we're just going to be checking all the connections of all of our wire harnesses to the board. Check for any damaged wiring, anything like that. Right, we'll go ahead and test our fuse. You can use your flathead screwdriver to remove the fuse. Alright, and we're going to do just a resistance check. You can do an audible resistance check if you have the setting. And we should have some sort of resistance to our fuse. You can hear the audible tone, so that means we have a good fuse. Which I suspected, the fuse here I believe would cut off power completely. I don't think we would even be hearing the clicking or getting a display if that fuse was bad. I'm not certain on that. We'd have to look further into the system wiring schematic to figure that out. So what we'll do then is put this back together, restore power, see if it makes a difference. And if it does not, then we're going to need to replace our control board here, which is my guess on what we're going to have to do. It sounds like it's a bad board. The relay, basically, we're hearing the relay click on and click off, click on and click off. So we know that there is power there to the relay, but it's always good just to check for loose, broken wires, because it is a possibility. But the relay is coming on and turning off. It's just not, the relay, which is just an electrical switch, is just not staying closed to keep power to the different, to send power to the different components. So like I said, we'll get this back together and just see if it made a difference. Make sure you don't pinch any wires here. And we're just going to snap the base back into the cover. And then we're going to reinstall it back into the cabinet. Leave the stress of our water line here. Reinstall the two screws and reinstall the strain relief for the power cord. Alright, we're going to go ahead and plug it back in. And it's doing the same thing, it's just clicking. So to complete this repair and fix this refrigerator, we're going to have to replace our main control board.
Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com.